episode cast. What we do it the best over here. We got the best information. We got the best host up top. We got the best audience, the best moderators in the chat, and we're coming to give y'all another one. And this one gonna be kind of a freestyle thing. But unless Fanny do got some stuff in the background, where she always watching some things. But I've just been watching too many things. Um, I know Poetic Flacco been going back to back with him. I can't even really focus on one. The latest one I watched was with the JD and the he went viral for the crisscross thing. There's also I did want to touch with you on the Takashi 69 Fanny, if you haven't been watching him. That guy's there. He's a genius. But anyways, before we get into it, we gotta give shout out to the sponsors. I'm gonna let the sponsorship queen Fanny drop y'all the knowledge and let y'all know how y'all can get y'all percentage off.
Hey y'all, welcome everybody. Tonight's sponsor, I would like to give a special shout out to Millie Moon Luxury Diapers for our luxury wiggler waddlers and our luxury toddlers. Use the promo code YOLEAKS to receive 20% off your purchase. And ladies, let's not forget 10 packs radiant pads and use the promo code Yo Radiance to receive 20% off your purchase. And shout out to Reverb Nation, the Cloud Watchers, the Replay Gang, all the people in the chat. Hey Naya, how you
Yo,
doing?
what's going on, Naya, Maddie, aka Sasha? Thank you so much for coming in. Oh man, there's so much to talk about. Um, Fanny, if you don't get that beauty back on camera, so these men can stop in the chat when they see you when they scrolling past. I think
Uh,
she would.
nah.
Not tonight. Okay, that's fine. Um. Anyway, so we got a lot to talk about. First I wanted to just kind of thank y'all for the people, especially y'all on Reverb Nation. I know a lot of the customers from Reverb Nation has been stopping by the website, and so I really appreciate y'all. Y'all really make a big difference for me. Shocking because this was the highest amount of traffic that the website has generated. And like I said, I'm used to like 12 people, 6 people a month coming by. I mean, I get it. I gotta put my business out there a little bit more. And so people can know who I am and what I do and everything, etc. And so a lot of them, I'm still doing the intros and stuff, but a lot of people don't want me uploading their intros and things like that or their beats because they're not ready to put it on their channel yet. And so those are the people that's been coming by from Reverb Nation, which I really appreciate y'all. And also the people on YouTube. Shout out to the people that left reviews over there. Mama Helen, Naya, Prince Daniel, and for anybody else who want to leave a review on, one of y'all favorite rappers, the link is on my community wall. Y'all can go tap in with that. And so I just wanted to say, it's a big deal. It made me smile looking at that and updates. And I also updated the website pictures, with pictures of my manager, of course, and my mom as well. And so it's just like a lot going on over there. Y'all might want to get over there. Um, Naomi then stepped through in a building. Fanny, say what up to Naomi. I think she on mute, y'all. I think you on mute.
Hey Naomi, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like this video when you enter the chat, Queen. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I was
Thank you,
gonna say that.
Naya.
If we can get some likes, that will really help out even the people in the background. If you hate me, hit the like button. If that'll help. But and so one more thing I want to touch on real quick before we get into Fanny's topics. I get the comment all the time. People ask me, and which I kind of get it, right? I don't know, maybe because of some of the pictures I take or whatever. Right? So people be like, "Yo, are you gay?" Whatever the case may be, right? And I get y'all asking me that question, but I want to remind people, like, y'all have to remember that before there was a Ti, before there was a Young Thug, there was Michael Jackson, and there was Prince. You know what I'm saying? uh and and people of that style evolution haven't went away. People who express themselves in such format has not went away, and so everything isn't going to be gangster. And I tell people all the time, you want to see my gangster stuff, go ahead to Reverb Nation, you gonna see it. But I recommend myself not to present myself that way. I recommend me to present myself and express myself how I feel, rather the outcome is people thinking one thing and not. I just feel like be more real and than fake. You know what I'm saying? And so if my expression cause people to think that I'm a certain type of way, then that's cool. But I don't think it's gonna stop me from expressing myself. And so I just wanted to remind y'all that it's still people out here like that ever lose themselves like Prince and the Michael Jacksons and it's a lot of these guys, Rick James. It's a lot of these guys, that started out musically and expressed themselves very different. And so now what's happening is the population of music in general is becoming overshadowed by all of these gangsters. And so when they see somebody like me, questions pop up.
There you have it. I hope you guys got the answer you guys was looking for. No, he's not gay. But how y'all doing in the chat? How you doing, Naya? How you doing? I seen your video, girl, with you dancing. I seen you, girl.
I'm trying to get one of them songs to pop off. I think it got to be the right beat, the right timing on the song, because a lot of songs they go viral based off a specific part of the song. Of course, like the guy named Headbands that everybody thought was NBA Young Boy. Like we never heard that whole damn song. We just heard that one part everybody was doing a dance to, and so I'm trying to kind of get there, and so I'm hoping that her doing that helps me out, and as well as the rest of y'all.
There you go, y'all. Jump on it. Jump on it. Let the people know what song it is again.
It's actually the song that I just dropped. The melody, the that part. Specifically, I think it's the ending part. When I mentioned the Range Rover, that's when I think the dancing should start right around then and there. But if y'all see me constantly dropping 1 minute songs or flows or freestyles or hooks back to back, then that's where it's standing from. I'm trying to get y'all to pop something off.
Y'all heard it here first. You known for dancing, Naya. You a TikTok dancer. Okay, girl. Miss TikTok. I feel you. I feel you. Leave the dancing to me. I see you, Naya.
Hey, if
Naya
y'all
said
gonna be
she,
watching in the background, right? Y'all might as well hit the like because it makes no sense to spend your time somewhere, and you know what I'm saying. You're not contributing. If you don't want to jump in the chat, hit the like. You know what I'm saying? If you here to hate me, if you want to find some dirt, if you don't like me, hit the like. Know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, y'all being here, even watching in the background, is still running me up. So it makes no difference. I'd rather have two real people in here watching than 30 fake people that's watching just to try to gain some dirt.
I don't think that I don't think nobody hates you. Otherwise they wouldn't be over here. I don't think that's the issue at all. I don't think that's the issue at all. But
I like to know what you got going on tonight. Was that a pink pearl with the rhinestone on it? What kind of nail? We do the fashion over here. What kind of nails you got going on?
this is White Diamond. I'm getting ready for my son's my son's prom. So this is White Diamond. It has diamonds in them. Y'all probably can't see it on camera, but it's diamonds in it. You know the song Prince, Diamonds and Pearls. That's what this is.
Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. They better get up on them artists like Prince and MJ. You know what I'm saying?
That's what this is. This is called Diamonds and Pearls. It's white. So I'm getting ready to get myself together. So for his prom, I'm getting ready like I'm going to the prom. I'm living vicariously through him, I guess. Do you have a story you want to share with people?
um, I mean, I'm kind of thinking right now because I'm kind of in between wanting to react to something that I saw on Fly Coach channel, but then I think when I got on here, before I got on here, I think yesterday I was like, you know what? I think me and Fanny need to do a live where we just do some story times. Um, and so let's do some story times. I know you got some. Ain't no way you don't have none. You fanny. All like, nah, you dig for gossip and there. When people say you don't know what happened to so and so, I say go ask Fanny. So we gonna do some story time. You can nod your head, no side to side, but you you gonna be thinking because you don't want me to tell your story because that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying. Somebody gotta tell it. You got some kind of story. You been to school. You been to school. You done lived plenty seasons. You know, you done been through plenty of holidays. And like now, I could say you got plenty friends, but you gonna be like, I don't have friends. So it's a story on why you don't have friends. So something just to interest the people on Reverb Nation to keep coming back. Um, I think I got a story for y'all, but it's crazy because I told this story before, but like the newer people wasn't here when I told this story. So I'm going to relive that story for the people who wasn't here. And after my story, then I want you to give us a story time. And if we have any time after that, then we could do whatever it is that you want to report on. So I don't really remember much from when I was younger or whatever the case may be. A lot of y'all probably know this story already, but I can remember living on this street called Flint Park Street in Flint, Michigan. I had to be like 7 years old or 8 years old or something like that. And I know my mom's like the one y'all see on the picture on the wall, like she was something else. Like she was like always going to clubs and go to this party and strip here and strip there. And it was just like I watched a lot of movies as a kid, and I always knew she was gonna get into something that was troublesome. But I thought she would lose her life first. But I didn't think something would happen that involves me witnessing it. And so I remember one early morning, like at 7 or 8 or something like that. That's when like the Cookie Crisp cereal first came out. My auntie brought us the Cookie Crisp cereal the day before, and we normally don't get up till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But this morning we got up early because we wanted that cereal. All I know is we in the kitchen eating cereal, and my mom walks in with my step aunt. Her name is Lena, and I hear my auntie like, Sharon, you can't keep bringing all of these men to my house or whatever the case may be. But she let the guys in. It was three guys. They go upstairs, and I can't make this up. Like probably 4 minutes of them being upstairs, we eating the cereal, having a good time. And our heart dropped as kids. I know mine's dropped because we heard screaming at first. Then we seen my auntie drop this whatever she had and ran upstairs, and she came right back downstairs and sat on the couch, and she wasn't moving, and we heard screaming. And you know, me having the knowledge that I have now, what was going on up there is that my mom and her friend was getting taken advantage of by those guys. And so every time my aunt tried to go up there, I think one of them might like point a firearm at her and send her back downstairs. And there was one point she went up there with the house phone in her hand, and she came back downstairs without the house phone. And so that went on for like hours, and we sat on the couch or whatever the case may be. And I can only imagine what my cousins was thinking. I'm just thinking like, what the hell is going on? Nobody gonna call the police, whatever the case may be. And so the first guy came downstairs, and this dude was light skinned. He probably was like 6 foot tall, bald head with glasses. He was mixed, and he sat me and my cousins down. There was six of us. He sat us down on the couch next to my auntie, and he pulled his picture out of his wallet. And I cannot make this up. I want y'all to look me in the face when I say this. It's a picture of his daughter, and she's a mixed little girl. She looked like she was Caucasian. And he passes the picture to us one by one. Like I'm probably the fourth person. He passes it to my female cousin Kanai first. He's like, this is my daughter. And he says the name, I don't remember. He's like, you're going to marry her. And he said, her daddy got a gun. And he lift his waist up and he shows my cousin a gun. And he's going in the line telling each of us this. And at this point, I'm like, yo, this got to be a dream or something. And so I follow routine, follow pursuit. Whatever my cousin said, I'm going to say. And so he showed me the picture. He like, this is my daughter. You're gonna marry her when she turned 18. Her daddy has a gun, and he lifts his gun, his shirt up, and show us the gun. And so sometime later, the two other guys come downstairs, and they all get ready to leave outside the house. And then he calls us out again to the front door and made us line up, even the adults. And he told each and every one of us, this is my daughter. Her daddy got a gun. You're gonna marry her. And some people saying yes, and he's like, yes, sir. And so they're repeating them like, yes, sir. And so all I know, that incident happened, and that guy left, and like my family never brought that up again. They like washed it under the rug. We didn't go to therapy for that. Like my auntie didn't sit us down later on as we got older. It was like, this is what happened. That guy was on drugs. Your mama let him in the house, and that was just a bad experience. But it took for me to become a little bit older and see stuff like that. You know, I'm pretty sure I had plenty of birthdays that I don't remember, but stuff like that will follow you from when you were a child to when you were an adult, because I remember that like it was yesterday. Terrified the hell out of me as a kid. Could you imagine you like 7 years old and you hear your mom and her friend upstairs getting all right, great, and you hear this as a child eating your cereal, and my auntie telling us like, "Yo, finish your food," and we don't even want to eat no more. Like our heart is beating, we don't have an appetite. And man, when he sat us on that couch and just told, I can remember it like it was yesterday. The back of the girl's picture was like blue. You know how you take the pictures in school back then and they had the background? It was like a blue marble background. And that right there just followed me. And I wonder whatever happened to that man. And a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask my mom that. I'm gonna see if I can bring my biological mom up to the platform, because to talk about that one of these days. And I'm gonna see if I can do it tomorrow. I wish I was on this live stream on a separate phone. I would call her while we live and ask her about that incident. But that traumatized me, and that, I mean, I thought I was already going through something as a kid. When that happened, I was just like, it was my first time seeing a gun. I didn't, and it was just like, yo, that this is the adults wasn't protecting us. It was not like one. My uncle was there, my cousin Jr. was there. There wasn't one adult that was like, yo, we just gonna take the bullet, or like nobody. Everybody was yes sir in this man. Like nobody. If that man wanted to take our whole family out that day, he could have done it. Like, cause everybody was just like going by with what he said, and it was just like the scariest thing ever. And man, I never in my life asked my mom about that. And now that I'm in touch with her, I'm going to ask her about that and ask her if she remembered that. But that was really scary. I remember the street name. It was on Flint Park. I remember everybody who was in the house, and I can remember the layout. You walk in the house. When you first walk in the house, there's the living room, and on the right hand side, no, the left hand side, there are some stairs, and through the living room is the kitchen, and the kitchen leads to the basement. And I remember that layout like it was yesterday. And after that specific day, my aunt never let us go back upstairs again.
Hey, Miss Wanda, thank you so much for coming. Welcome in.
We
Welcome
appreciate it.
in. Thank you for joining us. And once again, shout out to tonight's sponsors, Millie Moon Luxury Diapers for our luxury Wiggler Waddlers and our luxury toddlers. And use the promo code YOLEAKS to receive 20% off your purchase. And let's not forget Tampax Radiant Pass and use the promo code Yo Radiance to receive 20% off your purchase. And use the promo code Yo Radiance. Y'all put some heart in the chat for Life for Wanda. Yeah, show Life for Wanda some love in the chat. Throw some purple hearts in the chat for Wanda. And thank you again, Miss Wanda, for being here. And shout out once again to Reverb Nation, the Cloud Watchers, the Replay Gang, and of course, everybody entering the chat. I really don't have no story time because I really don't. I mean, I'm a very, very private person. TSM know that I don't really have no story time that I want to share. I mean, I'm just a very private person. I've always been that way. And y'all probably like, you private, you the way you be popping off. Yeah, me, the way I be popping off. But I'm a very private person, so I don't really have
Okay, so without giving us a story time, what is the most terrifying thing that you've witnessed to happen to someone else? Could you give us a description? It doesn't have to
um
be anything family wise or anything private. It could be something maybe you've, you was out in the open. Any incidents that you've seen maybe that you don't recommend. How did it make, a specific person or personnel's look?
Naya behave. Um Actually, last week when I was on my way to pick my daughter up from work, um, I was in a car with the baby, and there was a car like on the side, and the car was smoking. Everybody was honking their horn like the car is smoking, the car is smoking. It was two older black ladies in the car, and the car was just smoking. And they realized the car was smoking. And by the time, this is no lie, y'all, by the time they got up their car, the car blew up, and it was just fire and smoke everywhere. And I'm just like, that freaked me out because I was like, what if these ladies would have passed away in this car? What if they would have caught on fire? I've never seen that before in person. I've never seen a car on fire before. I've never seen that before. They were literally just on the side of us and we were just honking our horns. It was just not just me, but it was multiple people honking their horns, like telling them to get out. Their car was on. The car was smoking. It was smoking really, really bad. By the time they got out, the car was engulfed in flames. And just imagine seeing something like that, y'all. And the people literally just getting out the car, and the car just is up in flames. I mean, it's just black smoke. You can't see on the highway. You can't do nothing. And
You know,
then
but I never seen a car on fire and explode. Did it explode? Did you hear any explosion?
no, they got out the car. It was smoking like, you know how, well, if you know anything about cars, if your water pump in your car is damaged or whatever case may be, it'll start making noise or whatever. And sometimes it will smoke. You'll have like this black smoke that'll shoot out, and it was just like this smoke that was shooting out, but it was just smoking like really, really bad. And so I was thinking like maybe they need an oil change, a water pump, or something that was going on. And we were just like blowing our horns like, your car is smoking really, really bad. And we were trying to figure out why don't y'all don't smell all this smoke. So they pulled over, got out the car, and then people was like, move back, move back, move back. Soon as they stepped back, the car just came in gulfs of just flames. It was just black smoke on the highway. We pulled over. Um, I was like, "Are you ladies okay? Are you okay?" They was freaked out, and then somebody else called the police, and it was just like it was bad. It was just terrible because I automatically think like, what if I would have seen these ladies being burnt alive in a car? Just imagine somebody on the side of you and their car catch on fire. And these were older ladies. And I'm just like, this is it's crazy because it happened just that fast. And I was just like, everybody was like, didn't you smell the smoke? Didn't you smell the smoke? They said they didn't smell anything. My papa knows a lot about cars. I know a little something about cars too, Maya. Naya. I know a little something. I was just like, mm-mm. He knows how to fix cars and he can tell you what, you know, if you know about the car. It's crazy. I was just glad that they got out. I was just so glad that they got out because if they would have stayed in that car, they wouldn't have survived. They wouldn't have. There's no way they could have. There's no way.
That's crazy. So, think so. 2 days for 2 days in a row now. I've been doing some research on these scientists, and I don't know if you noticed or not. And so the latest story though is this young lady. I'm gonna get back to her case a little bit later, but there are scientists that's been figuring things out. I don't know what, and all of these scientists is like, this is like not a myth. Like this is like on the news. Like these people is coming up missing. Like one guy figured out. He was working. No, the one guy was working on how to fuel a car with water without any gas, and his family reported him missing like 2 days after he went viral. And so after I think 2 months, they went on ahead and disclosed him as deceased. And there's another case here in the U.S. I think there's like three other cases. And then so this guy has been doing this research that works for the inside, and he noticed this is not only happening in the U.S. but this is happening in China as well. China, I think, in the last 4 months had like four different scientists that just come up missing. And so
Excuse me. Excuse me. Before you continue the
allegedly,
story,
this is
I know
allegedly
allegedly. I know
right.
this story very, very well. This is all alleged. I just wanted to put that out there before, people in the YouTube spheres get the, but this is all alleged. These are not facts. These are just to bring awareness to you guys and about his thoughts and his opinion. It is all alleged.
So what's your
Continue.
what is your thought? Yeah, what is your thoughts and take? Because the last person allegedly was this young lady, and her videos is up now. And this is the scary part, people, background people, and Naya. This is the scary part. This lady, I don't know if she's Caucasian or something like that, but she's not black. She left messages, text messages, and she posted on her profile. I forget if it was Instagram or Twitter. She posted, "If something happens to me, I did not do this. I did not do it to myself. If I come up missing, I did not run away." And literally, I think 2 days later or something, I don't know if Fanny could correct me, but she went missing after that post. And she was working on how we can generate, I think it was electricity for free without having to pay for it. She was working on that, and they say she was getting so close to it. Like the answer was about to be revealed. And I guess she was starting to become harassed by whoever or whatever, allegedly. And she left these cryptic messages. She sent them to, not only she sent them to her best friend, but she posted them on her profile. That if something happens to me, I did not know, I did not KILL myself. And if I come up missing, I did not run away. And after that, she's missing, reported missing.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Prince Daniel. Thank you for the review on the website.
Allegedly. I just feel like certain things people don't want to get out allegedly. And I just feel like when people get too close to the truth, they allegedly disappear. The one story you was talking about, the gentleman, that's too close to home. I can't speak on that topic at all. But I just feel like we're living in a time where there's a lot of greed, there's a lot of selfishness, there's a lot of things that people don't want to get out or be talked or about or discovered because it's going to cost money. Um, and I think at the end of the day, allegedly, that we all have to do our due diligence to make sure that what we entertain, what we come across, what we speak on, because if you're getting too close, sometimes, as TSM would say, you will allegedly disappear. And that's so unfortunate. And it's so very, very sad because you have a lot of great minds out here. You have a lot of great scientific minds out here. But because money is, for the love of money, I should say, is the root of all evil, we will never get the chance or the ability to experience what they potentially could have allowed us to invest in, have knowledge of, grow from, or experience because they're no longer here. I don't really get out often. Yeah, I just feel like that's my take and my opinion on it. What's your take and your opinion?
I think it's scary, and I think it makes a lot of sense once you think about it because they will be stopping, billions of dollars.
Yep, they will be. And I think it's a lot of great minds out here. It's just so many things that people are so afraid of. And it's just a certain group of people that's being targeted because we all know when you cut off the head, the body dies, allegedly, if you get my analogy of what I'm saying to you. So I just think, both situations are very, very sad. I think both situations, the sad thing about it is neither, from what I know, they were investigated fully. So it make you question why. Like why? You know what I'm saying? Do you blame the government for that?
Can't really say, but I do. I will say this. I just think it's suspicious that they print the money, and if they print the money, would it really makes sense if these people expose this and say, "Okay, I found out how we can use power for free," right? And all the power companies get shut down. Will the government really be losing money if they're printing the money anyways? If they have access to print this stuff, so will they really be losing out on it, or So it's just like a lot of questions with that.
I just recently found out that they're no longer going to be making the penny. It's a lot of places that we've gone to. They don't even accept, like, when you have change or whatever, they won't even accept a penny anymore. They don't accept pennies anymore. So pennies are slowly becoming obsolete. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they are becoming obsolete. So the next question is, what else is going to be coming obsolete? Will it be the dollar bill?
I mean, see, what people like Naya don't know is back in our day, Fanny, when food stamps, you know how you see people with that card. Back in our day, food stamps was like paper money, like just how you see cash. Food stamps was once currency like that, and it's no longer a thing. And so I say they slowly but surely taking away and picking away bit by bit, just enough so we won't notice.
I'm not sure, Naya. Do you think the government will take everything back? Um, I don't think they have that type of control, but I just feel like it's just certain things that they want to turn back the hands of time. I'm gonna just say that, if you get what I mean. They want to turn back the hands of time.
And I say
And that's the
this,
good.
y'all stay woke, stay woke. I mean, Fanny put me onto a bunch of things that, and it's like you wouldn't know. Y'all would, and let me tell y'all, we are under, what do you call it? We are under expectation of how things should be and shouldn't be. To the what the fact right now, if Fanny told half the people right now, like, yo, y'all know it's little tiny orbs in the sky that just kind of glow different colors. Like, we don't know this. Like, people gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Unless we really go out, probably get a microscope and go look and do it ourselves. And so we are under a controlled narrative. And all of this is through the government. We supposed to think, eat, sleep, wake up, and breathe a certain way. That's why we have to be woke and go with our own knowledge. Just because they say that shit on TV don't mean that's what we should be believing in. Just because this is what everybody else is saying don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? So it's too important to stay make sure that you stay woke as well.
Naya, to answer your question, if they did, we would no longer be a democracy. We would be under a dictatorship. We would no longer be a democracy. But I do have a video. I think I shared it with you. Um, yeah, I did share it with you. Two government officials talking about allegedly turning back the hands of time, if you know what I mean. And it's just like, wow, like, people really be thinking that conversations are private when they're really not, because you never know who watching you. You never know who has an agenda. You don't know who's seeking revenge and ready to destroy your career. Because I got a whole video. How long is the video? Is it like 30, 40 minutes long that I sent to you?
You talking to me? I think it's like
I'm talking to you.
nah, cause I'm trying to be sorry. I don't even want to give a wrong answer, so I wouldn't know exactly how long it was.
Yeah, but there's a video, just like People are here having conversations and all this other stuff that you're seeing, like the high prices in gas, the war. They're talking about bringing back the draft. All of those things are distractions. All those things are distractions about what's really trying, what they really want to happen. And it's so sad. Why is the government trying to close everything? That's right. It's Naya, if only you knew. If only you knew. And the thing of it is, I could never air that video here. I couldn't even give you a snippet. I could never give you a snippet here because I know for a fact that YouTube won't be too happy with the videos. I would never show the video here. But there is a video out there, and it's it's deep. It's really, really deep. So, when you guys go to vote, do your diligence to do your homework on who you're voting for and make sure that they have your best interest. You may not get everything, but make sure the person that you're voting for is the person that have your best interest, and you're not just voting for them because mom and dad, grandma, auntie, or it's a trend. Don't vote like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. What don't you understand, Naya? What don't you understand? Is there anything else you want to share with them?
I think we pretty much covered everything for tonight. Glad we did. Kind of glad we did this freestyle live because it was unscripted, definitely unplanned, and needed the watch hours. And so you guys, what's happening right now? And so when I ordered Verizon, I thought I was under the. Let me just be real. Stephanie ordered the Verizon, and it came as the phone, not as the internet. So still on the spectrum until Wednesday. Then we will be followed up by having Verizon on Wednesday, which we will be able to get some really good lives and also some tons of content put out. And so, with the internet being as raggedy as it is, y'all can see I keep having to come outside and get away from the trees in the back. The back is filled with so many trees that this is the only place it works. And so, but the important thing is we get through it and get her done. We go over obstacles and not letting nothing stop us. And so I'm really proud of y'all, my YouTube family, even y'all in the background who's watching, who couldn't drop or don't want to drop. I appreciate everybody who gives me attitude every day because it let me know that y'all love me. Um, and just y'all continue to rock with me. We're gonna run this channel up, and pretty soon y'all gonna be like, okay, that's what the mission was. I see what he's doing now. I understand now. And so just stick by my side. Fanny, you have anything you want to close out with other than the prayer? Yeah, I threw the prayer on you, but I just snuck it in there. You seen how I did that night? Prince Dan, you seen how I snuck the prayer on there?
I just want to say to all the parents who have children that's about to graduate, go to prom, shout out to you guys because I know the sacrifice that comes with that. I didn't really realize how hard that is, but I want to say shout out to each and every one of you. I want to also say to all of you parents, make sure make sure that you have conversations with your children. I know they think they grown or whatever the case may be, but have those conversations with y'all because right now it's a trend that's going on. There's certain things supposed to happen at proms and graduations. So if you can be there for your children to support in any kind of way, please do your due diligence to do that. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there because I'm that type of parent. So um I just want to say congratulations to all the new 2026 graduates. I'm a proud mom of one. I'm so excited. So, not you throwing me out there. Who throwing you out there, Naya? But anything else you want to say?
No, I want you to go ahead and close this out in prayer. They won't nobody invite me to their prom because they know I'm gonna go up in that boy doing a sea lion with an all black tuxedo.
Nah, you stay home. But I've been to a prom. I never got to go to my prom. I never got to go to my prom. You said your prom was fun? That's cool. That's cool. You miss school? I don't. After college, I was like, mm-mm, it's not for me. It is not
Yo,
for me.
Amber, thank you for coming through. We appreciate that. Much respect to you, sis. Fanny, say what up to Amber. She done stepped through.
Hey, Amber, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, we're going to close out in tonight with a prayer. Father God, I just want to say thank you once again for joining us. Thank you for always being at the right place and at the right time, bringing the right people across our path and delivering us from the wrong people. Thank you for tonight's sponsors, Millie Moon, Luxury Diapers, and Tampax Radiant Pads. Thank you for all the people in the chat. Thank you for Naya for always being first on the scene. You know what I mean? Thank you for Amber. Thank you for Maddie who came through. Thank you for Prince Daniel. Thank you for my favorite Reverb Nation. Thank you for the Cloud Watchers and the Replay Gang. Thank you for the one and only the man of the hour himself, Mr. TSM Rapper. Thank you so much for always being here. And as we separate, Father God, we ask for your divine protection. We ask for your peace. We ask for your guidance. And it's in Jesus' name we thank you. Amen.